Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Wednesday. It is March 18th. I hope you guys are doing well so far. Now, this reading is just an extra video. I'm using the Story Oracle deck. I don't use this. I'm laughing because I don't use this deck all the time because I'm very wary of the messages that come out of this deck. Okay, sometimes it's really good. Sometimes it's just like, huh? So let's see what shows up. It is a deck though for creative writing and inspiration. So if some of you guys are looking for a deck that helps you with your creative writing and being inspired, you know, when it comes to your ideas, goals, etc., this deck might be for you, or you may like the colors or, you know, the things that you see on the deck itself. But let's see what this, you know, message is about today, because the deck is actually called the Story Oracle. So let's see what the story is about for today. Let's see what Stitch is. Okay, let's see what the universe is trying to tell you guys, or all of us, at this moment when it comes to the story. Okay, so Spirit, what is the story for today? Okay, what is the story for today for the Collective and Soul Tribe? What takeaways can they take away for today when it comes to the story behind these cards? What do they need to know? All right, so right now the time is 2:39 p.m., so take what resonates with that. But Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? What story do you have for the collective, or what story resonates with the collective at this time when it comes to this energy currently? Ooh, thank you. All right, guys, so forgiveness is very significant. This is the story, all right? Starting off with the first card. So this could, honestly, this could be anything. This could be you giving forgiveness to yourself, or somebody in your energy wanting forgiveness. Okay, flowers could be very significant as well. Okay, maybe there's something about your growth. So there's something about planting seeds. If this is not like literally, this could be figuratively. Like, take it however it resonates for you. It could be literally or figuratively, but there's something about planting seeds, right? And it's almost like the seeds that you've planted, for some of you guys, you may feel like it was a waste of time or energy for some of you. And if that's not the case for some of you, there's something about the seeds that you're planting right now. You guys could be forgiving yourself, because it's almost like if you knew what you knew then, you would have done it then. But it almost comes down to the fact that if you were dealing with situations where people were trying to control you or the dynamic, or, you know, control your situation, meaning like authority figures, whether this was a job, family, friends that are elders or older than you, things like that, right? There's something about that where you guys could be forgiving yourselves for what you had to go through, or what you've tolerated, or what you've accepted. Okay, for some of you guys also, when it comes to like forgiveness, someone else in your energy could be tugging and pulling on your energy because they want your forgiveness. So let's see what the story is about. If you guys are forgiving this person or not, that could be also clarity for some of you guys and how you should be able to move forward. Whether this is you or not, this could be clarity as well. But let's see what else shows up so I can give you guys more clarity. Okay. Ooh, so choose your weapon is very significant at this moment. So yeah, there's something about you forgiving yourself. Okay, now choose your weapon could be very significant when it comes to, you know, choosing your battles wisely, right? There's something about you being able to choose your battles wisely. For some of you, this could be about creativity. Maybe you guys are learning to forgive yourself, that maybe you guys are creative people, and maybe you never realized that there was treasure in behind your creativity, or, you know, when it comes to like you choosing your weapon, maybe you never realized that there was, you know, treasure behind your skills and talents, whatever that weapon was. It's almost like you can either pick up the knife or you can pick up the pencil or pen, right? And for some of you guys, it's almost like, you know, a fist fight. It's like you can either fight this person in the ring, or you can just be creative. Like, you know, that energy of tension, it's almost like you choosing your weapon is choosing your battles wisely. And because you guys chose your battles wisely, it's like you dropped the weapon, Okay, for some of you guys, metaphorically, you dropped the weapon and you chose your creativity, you chose your peace, you chose your mind, and that is leading you to your treasures. Okay, buried treasures could be very significant. Okay, there's something about Pandora's box that could resonate for somebody, so jewelry may resonate too, but there's something about you opening up a hidden treasure. Either you are a hidden treasure, okay, or there's something about hidden treasures when it comes to you unlocking, okay, something new, or unlocking new opportunities, or just unlocking new beginnings. Okay, so take what resonates with that. That could be confirmation as well for some of you guys too. Okay, plot twist. Yeah, so there's something about treasures that are very significant. Plot twist. Pretzels are very significant too. So yeah, there's something about you choosing your weapon or choosing your battles wisely when it comes to dealing with forgiveness. Now, when it comes to treasures as well and plot twists, there's something about you being a hidden treasure, like I said before, and that could be the plot twist. Or there's something about hidden, like gold, inheritance, something that's hidden. So you know when like there's something about you finding something, but you finding whatever this is, it's almost like someone could find like gold. Okay, for example, you know I love giving examples, right? Okay, but say you're somebody who you found like a pot of gold, or you found just a lot of gold, and for example, say that person that's you, right, that found this gold, you could be the person that's like, damn, this is a lot of gold, let me share it with my people, right? You could be someone who likes to share, give the clothing off of your back, that kind of energy. And then say there's a plot twist. Say that, you know, you share this gold with somebody, and then somebody comes back and realizes like, oh, you shared the gold with so and so and so, here's something for you. So it's almost like when you were giving and you weren't receiving anything in that moment, it didn't matter. You still gave what you had, whether this was resources, time, energy, money, whatever it was, you gave something to somebody, a group, whatever this is, right? And there's something about there being a plot twist. Okay, there's a plot twist. So pretzels could be very significant. Someone could be folding in. Okay, so you know when it comes to like folding into the pressure, there's something about you being a hidden treasure. And if somebody was trying to do something that you're doing, there's something about there's like a plot twist. Okay, so if you're original in what it is that you do, and you could have people in your energy who try to siphon, copy, or take your energy, or just copy what you do and how you do it. But again, like I said, there's only one originator, there's only one person, that is only you. Okay, unless you're a doppelganger or a twin or a clone or something, there's only one of you, right? So take what resonates with that. There's something about pretzels and being folded. Somebody could be folding, okay, when it comes to the pressure, or when it comes to what's happening at this time. Okay, yep. What did I say to you guys? Okay. Plot twist, mistaken identity. Okay, guys, the same thing I just said. All right, I wish I was lying to you. And if you notice, the colors are very significant. Like there's a pattern in the colors. There's this yellow and red. So there's something about stopping and being cautious when it comes to mistaken identity. Somebody could be having a mistaken identity, or there's something about somebody had mistaken your identity about something. There's something about someone seeing the truth. So if there is something about you being a hidden treasure and someone wanting forgiveness about how you chose your battles wisely in a situation, there's a plot twist. There's something about mistaken identity. Now, whoever was trying to pretend to be like you in the collective, or whoever was trying to take over what it is that you're building, or whatever the situation is, okay, there is something about you being original, you being the one, right? There's no one who does it like you. So Midas touch is also significant. Everything you touch turns to gold, right? So that could be confirmation. Yeah, hidden agenda. So there's something about someone having a mistaken identity, and they had a hidden agenda the entire time. And that could be the plot twist that you guys could have been either finding out, or you guys could have found this out already, right? So there's something about someone having a hidden agenda, or you already know that someone may have a hidden agenda. Okay, yeah, injustice. There's something about something being injustice when it comes to forgiveness. So that is why this is is showing up in the energy. There's something about somebody wanting your forgiveness, but when it comes to injustice, you were able to choose your battles wisely. You know that there was an injustice that was done to you, okay? So like I said, when it comes to treasure and gold, like I said, you are the one that shines, okay? Gold is very significant, but you shine, right? But there is something that was in balance. So again, when it comes to forgiveness, there's something about you that's trying to be balanced or move in this balanced energy, and you could have been dealing with somebody who was very unbalanced. They had an imbalance inside of them, okay, when it came to you choosing your battles wisely. So while you were choosing a pencil to create or to just focus on whatever it is you're focusing on, this person decided to pick up a knife instead. Okay, this person picked up a sword while you had a pencil. It's like bringing a knife to a gunfight, basically. That could be significant too, right? So yeah, so something to do with injustice, right? Something was in balance, okay? Follow that card. So there's something about somebody maybe following you, or there's something about following your path, even when it comes to like the injustice that you've dealt with. Because you've dealt with a lot of hidden people, like people who had hidden agendas, when it comes to mistaken identity, whoever this person who had a hidden agenda, there's some type of injustice where you guys are now following your path, okay? Movement, cars, travel, that kind of sort of thing could be very significant. There's something about, like I said, yeah, you following your path, going into the wilderness, going into the unknown. So there's something about, it's almost like it's better for you to follow your path into the unknown rather than trying to follow what other people are doing, okay? Following your own path. It's almost like every time you follow the crowd, you receive injustice, but every time you follow your own path, that's when you receive justice. So yeah, there's a plot twist about you being able to, you know, take your own path or step into your own path. But being out in woods could be very significant too. Like you guys could be going out into the woods more, being out in nature, but there is something definitely about your path that's very significant. If you guys were dealing with injustice, there's something about justice showing up. Yeah, your desire, okay? Your heart is very significant. Maybe there's something about your heart when it comes to unconditional love. Maybe there's something about desire, right? Whoever this mistaken identity is, they could have desired to be you or desire to have your heart or your energy, okay? Whatever this is, there's something about heart chakra energy as well, and freedom. You having the freedom to follow your heart and desires and your needs and wants when it comes to dealing with people. So even when it comes to like injustice as well, going back to that card and following your path, there's something about you following your heart when you see or sense somebody who has a mistaken identity or like having a hidden agenda. Like you can tell when somebody is, you know, trying to pull the wool over your eyes, and that could be significant too, like wolves in sheep clothing could resonate too, okay? So confirmation for some of you maybe, right? We also have together. So yeah, there's something about someone having a desire to be together with you, right? And this could be the hidden agenda for some of you guys that, you know, was aware about this energy. But when it comes to your fire, okay, when it comes to your flame, all right, you could see people who have hidden agendas, and there's something about you and your desire where you are coming together with other people from different walks of life, different races. So the way that I look at this card too, it doesn't matter if you're blue, green, black, brown, white, yellow, it doesn't matter. You could be orange. You could be purple for all I care. But there's something about coming together, right? Having a desire to come together with people who are just like you, right? Yeah, wrench in the works. There's something about you working on something when it comes to dealing with people who have dealt with injustice, okay? Yeah, hitting the road. So movement, like I said, you guys could be taking movement when it comes to being open to new beginnings, okay? Being open to the unknown. Basically, the unknown that's unfolding for some of you is also significant as well. Okay, so this could be confirmation for the collective when it comes to, you know, your story, right? What you've dealt with or what you've, you know, had to go through. Guardian, okay, this is about protection. Lion energy, Leo energy. Okay, lines could be very significant, but there's something about your energy, well, you're hitting the road and working on certain things, like wrench in the work. So there's something about you working on something and making movement and travel, but you're showing up as strong. You have a desire to protect, or you have a desire to, you know, show strength for people out there, or there's something about having a desire to have strength. But guardian energy is very significant. Leo energy is significant, but you guys could be, you know, showing up as someone who's really strong. Like no matter where it is that you go on the road, you're showing up as always a leader. Okay, so leadership could be very significant as well. Okay, take what resonates with that. So it's almost like whatever you had to endure, you guys are still strong. Yeah, transformation, death. Okay, candles are very significant. There's something about someone lighting up a candle. Now, candle work may resonate for some of you guys, but there's something about your manifestations when it comes to protection. So you guys could be going through a transformation at this time as the guardian, or there's something about guardian energy that could be very significant too, right? So take what resonates with that. Not everybody will resonate with the message itself, but there is something about guardian energy or protection energy. So fourth house could be very significant too when it comes to guardians, like parents and things like that. Okay, maybe you guys are releasing a connection with a family member, or with people that you consider family, or people who, you know, claim to be family, but they're not family oriented. Like they don't care to see growth or help. It's more like drama and all that stuff, right? Even when it comes to guardian energy too, angel number 444, when it comes to you guys building stability and long term, there's something about transformations that are very significant. Okay, so yeah, spilt milk is very significant. Moment of reflection. Okay, so some of you guys, when it comes to crying over spilt milk, you're not somebody who plays the victim, all right? You do not play the victim. You just move forward, okay? If there's something to do with you having a moment of reflection, you may realize that you're not someone who cries over spilt milk, okay? Spilt milk, spoilt milk, whatever it is, you're not going to cry about what's already happened. You're just going to move forward. So for some of you guys could have had a moment of reflection, okay, when it comes to, you know, dealing with a parent, or dealing with somebody who is a guardian, or like I said, someone who's supposed to be a protector. There's something about, you know, a mistake, okay, being made, but then whatever this mistake was done, if this was, you know, someone crying over a situation over and over again, and you're like, enough is enough, there's something about a moment of reflection where you guys are moving forward. Like you may see the situation for what it is, and you guys could be getting confirmation to move forward, or just to, you know, ignore this energy and focus on yourself, right? Yeah, there's something about moment of reflection, like there's like you being on this island, okay, almost feeling like this moment of reflection feels like for somebody, there's no one here to save you, right? You may feel like that too for some of you guys when it comes to like you dealing with situations. It's like you're not playing the victim, you're not victimizing yourself. If anything, you go within, okay, and you rescue yourself. So there's something about you rescuing yourself during these situations that you've dealt with people, places, and things, and, you know, moving on to calmer waters, right? So saving yourself is very significant. SOS may resonate for somebody. Even the song SOS by Rihanna could be very significant too. Something about saving yourself from a situation, okay, or, you know, feeling like you were saved from a situation, because now you guys are moving on to bigger and better things, and that could be confirmation for anybody, right? But let me get 2 more cards, maybe, or maybe 3. Yeah, so the worst, right? So like I said, when it comes to you rescuing yourself and moving towards calmer waters, you guys could have had dealt with people who were always thinking the worst. Now, you could be someone who used to think the worst, but like I said, you could have been dealing with people, like I said, when it comes to rescuing yourself, you could have been someone dealing with someone who, you know, always cries over spilt or spoiled milk, always, you know, thinking the worst of the worst, always being negative. It's almost like, you know, when you drive your car and say you leave your windows cracked a little bit, it's one thing to say, I'm going to leave it cracked, and it's not even that big of a deal. And then someone's saying like, oh, you shouldn't leave your windows cracked because what if someone breaks into your car and steals it? And it's like, what? Not even like, what if somebody, you know, not even somebody, what if it starts raining and your car seats get wet? That's different, right? Like that's totally different. But you manifesting something like that is very crazy to me. Like that's what I mean by, you know, dealing with people who are always thinking the worst, right? Yeah. You could be flying high. Okay, so we have birds here, right? Birds are very significant. You guys are getting confirmation that whatever it is that you're doing when it comes to your energy and you rescuing yourself and protecting your energy and going within, you know, it's showing up as you guys flying high, okay, rising above the nonsense, rising above the chaos. Okay, take what resonates with that too, but that could be confirmation, you know, for some of you guys as well. Yeah, the clock's ticking. Okay, so like I said, the clock is ticking. Divine timing is very significant. You are somebody who could be flying high, and there's something about divine timing that could be very significant. Maybe you might resonate with that energy too, when it comes to waiting. Okay, some of you guys are waiting for something new. Yeah, all according to plan. So everything is all according to the plan at the bottom of the deck. Okay, guys, there's nothing for you to worry about. There's nothing for you to stress about. There's nothing for you to, you know, have to worry in that sense. You guys are moving in divine timing. So while you could be thinking the worst of the situation, you're still flying high. And for some of you that resonate with other people's energies, it's like if you're dealing with somebody who's very low vibrational, they always think the worst of the worst. While you're flying high, like you're focusing on yourself, you literally could be someone who's like always reading, writing, doing something, right? When it comes to your brain, right? Or like your body. And you could be dealing with people where you're being alone in your solitude is offending somebody or offending a group of people because you would prefer peace and you would prefer your sanity than to people please or be around people that don't, you know, sit well with your energy. They say they don't, you know, they say they like you, but then they don't like you. The energy shows itself, right? So yeah, take what resonates with you guys. Okay, and again, thank you guys for watching up until this point of the video. Okay, guys, thank you for the love and the support. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. And follow me on, like I said, YouTube and TikTok. My website is www.mysteriouslyunique.ca. And I hope you guys have a wonderful Wednesday. I will do another reading after this, but yeah, have a wonderful Wednesday. Enjoy yourselves, okay, and be safe. All right, guys, I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.